Shot of Brandy podcast, man. It's 205 up in here, man, with Spencer's own, man.
Yes, sir.
Stillwater's own, man.
Yes, sir.
H-Town resident, man.
You get it.
DJ T Fresh, man. What's good with you, T Fresh, man?
Coolin', man. Just honored to be here, man.
Man, come on.
This is like the Breakfast Club of Oklahoma City, man. Like this is one of them ones where you
man, I appreciate it.
You gotta slide to. So
yeah, man, I appreciate it. Nah, man, like the first time I seen T Fresh was, man, like that viral video.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like spinning. I'm like, okay, yeah, this nigga cold right here. Then they said that you was from Spencer. I was like, damn, man, he from here? I was like, okay, yeah,
Big
you know what I'm
facts,
saying?
yeah.
Then I went back and did my history on. I'm like, damn, he was a part of that takeover, man, that Stillwater. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I got stuck for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Nah, man, but where did your story start though?
Man, so really, born and raised Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, from Spencer. Been living in Spencer my whole life, man.
Yeah, man, like how was it though, man? Like was it country? You know what I'm saying?
Man,
niggas think it's country out there.
It's country for sure. Like it's definitely country, but here's the thing, man. Like I grew up in Spencer, man, but I had the benefit. I have a big family, so I was in one of three places. Like if you know me. If I wasn't in Spencer, I was in Arcadia. You know Arcadia?
Yeah.
If I wasn't in Arcadia, I was on the east side.
Okay.
And so a lot of you not like them three places. Like all three of them, I was there probably same amount of time. Like that's where you gonna catch me. But just to answer the question, man, growing up, it was cool, man. Like, you know, I grew up living in Spencer, but my mom, she put me in Middale School District. So I was using like my uncle's address to go to Carl Albert. Or whatever. And so, you know, Pops had me, you know, playing sports and everything out there.
Okay.
And so
so was it competitive, man, at Carl Albert?
At Carl Albert, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because y'all used to win it.
Yeah, for sure. Like it was a real deal program, and the cool part about it was I grew up playing Little League with like a lot of my boys, and so when we all got to about 7th grade, we all went to Carl Albert Junior High, so we can get ready to start playing high school ball together. So we did that. Got to the 9th grade, man, and everybody, like, I stopped playing football after freshman year, which was like my main sport, and I was like, man, I kind of want to hoop. And everybody else kind of did the same. Like, it was a group of us, like, pretty much like the black kids at Carl Albert or whatever, like me and all the homies or whatever. And so everybody started changing their mind, and you know, some of us transferred, and then, you know, the coach got wind of it, and somehow they magically found out that I didn't live in Midwest City.
Ooh,
I'm like, okay, so they pretty much snatched the rug from under me.
They hated on you.
Yeah, for sure. And so that 8th grade summer, I got wind that I couldn't go back to Carl Albert. And so mom's was like, you know, you can go to Star Spencer or Northeast, and I had already knew I knew a lot of people at Star Spencer already just from the neighborhood.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so I just already had knew.
Yeah, man, but that's a difference though. You know what I'm saying? From Carl Albert to Star Spencer, though. You know, no disrespect though. You know what I'm saying? Like shout out to Star Spencer. You know what I'm saying? Like they know they hood though. You know what I'm saying?
But thing was, man, I was always outside, man. So like, I was outside, like. My mama gave me a lot of freedom at a young age, so I was able to, you know, I was at all the parties. Like me and my homeboy, man, we started going to clubs in like the 8th grade.
Oh, okay.
So it was like.
So is that where your music, like, is that where you took on, like the music in that?
Yeah. So. Honestly, man, when I remember this vividly, man. I think I was in like the 7th grade, man. I had this laptop, and I had a homeboy that stayed up the street.
You said you got a laptop. Man, 7th grade, nigga.
It was a dusty laptop. Though. It wasn't nothing. It wasn't nothing fancy or nothing. But
yeah, man. But you had something like
I had some with some
start on.
I was the CD guy. I used to burn a bunch of CDs, so that's where I would say it started, man. Like, I would get lists from people at school or whatever. Like, this is what we want. I want these 12 songs on this CD. I go home, download. You know, I got LimeWire messing up the computer. Like that's my start or whatever. And so I used to
viruses,
all of them. The Bill Clinton. You know, you thinking you getting the Soldier Boy? You getting the Bill Clinton joint? Like. That's exactly what I was on. So I started off doing that. But I say that to say is back then I had downloaded I think it's called Fruity Loops. That producing thingy or whatever. And so I started trying to make beats back then, man, unknowingly, bro. Just messing around. And as I can recall, like, it was cool. Like, I think I had produced some cool, like, little, so that's kind of where it's like, okay, that's cool. But
so did it start at Star Spencer?
No, this was junior high. This is Carl Albert.
Oh, okay.
But,
damn.
So I was doing that. You know, I was burning CDs. I tried to make beats because my homeboy up the street could sing or whatever. And so he had me like, okay, we can do something. But honestly, back then it was all about sports, man. I was a sports dude. So if it wasn't nothing.
As far as hooping?
Football.
Okay,
football.
Man, you was nice.
I grew up playing football. That was my thing. I hooped too.
What position?
Corner.
Okay,
or whatever. Yeah. So I grew up playing football. So like I say, man, if it wasn't sports, man, I really, it is what it is, whatever. So I kind of let it die down or whatever. But I picked it back up in college. I know we'll get to that later, but like I was just always making CDs, but I've always love music, man. Like, straight up.
Like, when did it start for the love of the music, though?
Man, that started as
in the house?
Yeah, as a child, man. My dad, man, I credit him for me being the DJ that I am.
Right.
Because I vividly...
Like your music knowledge, because you used a lot of samples in your mixes.
Yeah. And so...
And you got to know them samples.
You got to know them. Like, you got to know them. You got to know what's coming up. But, man, so like I say, I used to be on the east side. My dad stayed on the east side. My mom stayed in Spencer or whatever. And so when I used to be with my dad, man, he had this Cadillac, this Eldorado Cadillac, man. Swanging. I mean, he had the white walls on there with the soft top. You feel me? So
he was a real one.
Yeah, so I vividly, he used to, we just used to ride around, man.
All the tapes.
Yeah, Keith Sweat, Master P,
right.
Zapp and Rogers, everything, bro. So,
man, like, it wasn't this digital era.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
It was way before then,
man.
Yeah, so vividly, man, he, like I say, I tell him all the time, like, he the reason that I got that sense for the music, because, man, he just used to, I know it wasn't good for my ears back then, man, but he used to just let it blast, man. We just used to ride around the east side, man, just wherever we was headed. Right. We pulling up with the music blasting it, and I just fell in love with that type of music back then.
Right.
And so...
Yeah, man, but you say that it wasn't good for you back then, but like, it's way worse now, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's true. Super.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, for the kids now...
Facts.
Man, like, there is no Master P, like, there is no Jay-Z, like, they took Nip, you know what I'm saying? So there is no entrepreneur rapper like we had back in the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all this demonic shit, you know what I'm saying?
Talk.
So it's
real
crazy.
Talk. You gotta be careful with that, for real. Like,
right.
I definitely am very aware of, like, what you listening to and allowing yourself to listen, especially the kids, though. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, they taking over their minds.
Yeah,
you know
like, at that, it's adults that can't handle that type of stuff. So imagine these kids that's hearing that at a young age, and it's normalizing it for them. So
right, yeah, man. But you had a father, though. Like, kids like me who didn't have a father, like, man, like, we was listening to Master P, like, and really taking it in. You know what I'm saying? Like, Hove, like, really taking it in. But these kids, they don't have one leader to look up to
do like that. Like,
you know
in that sense, they kind of fill the shoes. Like, if you didn't have a male presence in your life, you could literally pop in one of these tapes.
Yeah, like a whole tape can really take, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He gonna give you the game, you know? He ain't gonna have you out here looking square and whatnot, He gonna let you know, like, this is how a real man moves, this is what we do. And you can take that and apply it and whatever, but like you said, it's a little different now.
Right.
So,
man, so then Ben, like, you went to OSU.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, man, like, what made you pick OSU?
Man, so this is...
You know what I'm saying? Like, at the time.
At the time, man, so I think, man, with me... Well, it's a couple of reasons, because I ain't gonna hold you. I had got accepted into OU, and I was actually enrolled in OU or whatever. And so,
yeah, man, go to give me that exclusive.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And even though I was going, because, man, I don't rock with OU at all, man, and that kind of helps to why I went to OSU or whatever, because my family is all OU Dallas Cal. That's like a package, like OU Dallas. Oh
God, like, it's a little middle package.
It's just a pipeline or whatever.
That's why we got a protein, because that little package right there.
There you go. Yeah, it's just a pipeline. So long story short, man, I had the only reason I was going to OU is because my senior year at Star Spencer, they took like a couple of us on a campus tour. and we got to like go. We went to OU or whatever. That's pretty much like one of the only spots we had went to. But when we had got there, they took us to their cafeteria. I ain't never seen nothing like that.
Okay, right.
Like it had everything. They gave us the free Chick-fil-A. They gave us all the little food options, the buffet.
All you can eat.
I lie to you not. I said, I'm coming here. Like, I can come here and live like this, you know?
Yeah, that
like
barbecue.
Yeah, everything. So I literally like picked that school because of something simple like that. Like, man, this look cool, like or whatever. So I went ahead, went through the process, was getting enrolled, and then like later in my senior year, one of my big sisters, best friend, her name was Monica. She actually passed, but yeah, she was the one. She reached out to my sister and was like, "Hey, have your little brother considered OSU?"
Yeah,
and she was like, "Yeah, you know, he like OSU or whatever." And so I applied or whatever, and I ended up getting accepted. And then
so you was pretty smart. Like you got accepted to OU and OSU. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was straight. I was I was in AP classes in high school or whatever.
Right. So even though I think y'all was ghetto, like you still was shining out there.
No, facts, bro. Right. I would honestly say, man, I was like, man, I was the middleman for everybody. I was cool with everybody because I was in the AP classes.
Right.
And so I had my set of friends from there. I played basketball. I had the homies, and then I knew everybody else or whatever. So,
you hoop?
Yeah, for sure, for sure,
man. Like, how was them games? Like,
amazing, man. We won. I was on that state championship team in 09 with Kendra, Josh, all them. Yeah, so
man. Well, congratulations.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. No, but
I am a champ myself too.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm
Santa Fe, right?
Right.
Okay, yeah, man. Take one to know one, man. Take one to know one, man. But no, when I went to Star Spencer, I was just hooping. You know, I went straight to the hooping or whatever. Made the varsity squad when I got there or whatever, and it was cool. But we had some killers in front of me, so
already.
I had to be real patient with that.
Same for me though.
Oh yeah,
it was like that. We had Obi and them.
Yeah, okay, Right. So so that was pretty much my saying. You know, like, you know, I could do my thing, but I mean, we had some dogs in front of me, so I couldn't even be mad. Like,
exactly.
I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and chill and wait this one out. But
so you took that trip down there to Stillwater?
So I took that trip as a individual trip. So after I got accepted, after I got accepted, like I say, Miss Monica, she was the head of I can't think of a position, some diversity or whatever, and so she kind of arranged for me, my mom and my sister to come down there and get like a little tour. And I went down there and I was like, oh no, this is really it. Like it's a little further, campus nicer, you know, everything, and then
it's on its own island.
Yeah. Like Stillwater, like it's just far enough for you to feel like, you know, you away. Like you kind of far or whatever. And so, yeah, we went out there, man. I fell in love. And then to add to that, all of my close homies from the city was going to OSU too.
Oh, they was already?
So, so we had all kind of came together and was like, let's do OSU.
Okay, yeah.
And that's the reason why when we got there in 2011, we had the most diverse class in OSU history.
Oh, y'all did?
Yeah. Okay. So like we came in there and the campus literally went like from a little black to like man, we hit the ground running. It was a lot of us.
Man, that's real cool.
Yeah, it was a vibe. So like
your first year though, you know what I'm saying? Like you back with your friends. You know what I'm saying?
With freedom.
Man, so much freedom in Stillwater. Too much freedom, right?
Man, I thought I was smart.
Right. Exactly. Man, like how freedom. Is that?
Man, so man,
you got the Coven too.
Come on, man. You couldn't tell me I wasn't gonna make the team. You couldn't tell me I wasn't gonna hoop for OSU when I first got there. Knowing I wasn't, but that's how much I was in the gym, bro. Yeah. Like, so man, freshman year, man, I would pay good money to go back for it, bro. Yeah. Like it was one of the
fun?
What?
Oh my God.
What?
Yeah.
Yo, so it was a lot of us for one. It was a lot of us, man. We was real diverse. So you had me and my homies from the city, then you had the Tulsa guys, then you had the Dallas guys.
Right.
And then you had everybody else from whoever, but them was like the main 3 groups, and everybody was solid, man.
It's crazy how it meshed.
Yeah, like we just meshed, and now like, you know, some of my closest homies is from Tulsa and Dallas and everything.
Exactly.
And that's why I'm always like back and forth in between, like, you know, Dallas and the city and all that from them OSU friendships. So
man, so when did you start to get on campus and being like involved in the campus stuff though?
Well, actually, like organizations that probably came like my sophomore year, second semester, but them first 3 semesters, man, it was party time.
It was time.
Well, like you say,
so
man.
Did you pass though?
Yeah, and so a little bit.
You know what I'm saying, man? Because I did, man. It was 2 terms.
It was too much, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
It was way too much for me. Nah,
me too, bro. A lot of you not. Freshman year, I got humbled in a major way. Okay. And them grades came out, and I said, "Oh, they've been tracking this stuff. I thought we was just here to hang out, or whatever." And so I ain't gonna lie, man. Them first 3 semesters, man, I was doing good enough or whatever, like CB type stuff, changing my major a little bit and everything. And I literally remember after my first semester, my sophomore year, I had took a physics test that I just didn't even attempt to study for.
Damn,
went in there and bombed it.
For a freshman.
Fam, bomb. I did so bad, bruh. So bad. So
like, what time was you getting in?
Man, I couldn't tell you.
I'm telling you, man.
I couldn't tell you.
Right?
You get it, right?
Real talk.
Fam, I couldn't tell you. But nah, so like I get there, man. Oh, so this test. So I took this test, man, and I didn't know nothing on the paper, bruh. I just got up and left. I'm like, man, TJ, I can't do nothing for you right now. I don't know nothing on here. So I went in the hallway, man, and it all hit me. I said, man, I'm really blowing it.
Right,
like,
I need an opportunity.
Yeah. I'm like, man, I'm really blowing it right now. Like, I need to for real tighten up. And I sat there, man. I pulled my phone out. I gotta find that phone too, but I pulled my phone out and I typed this long note to myself, like just saying like what I see for myself. I was, you know, kept it real. I was like, man, you know what I'm doing right now, it ain't the greatest. I ain't living up to, you know, potential. And this is how I see myself and where I see myself going. And this is what I need to do. I typed that note, went home for Christmas break. I came back on fire. Yeah, came back on fire that second semester. Started getting on my grizzy, man, hitting them study halls and hours and everything.
Okay, yeah, man. So you was telling them no, like you can't go.
Oh yeah, study hall. What?
Yeah, you know that shit, like you can't go.
We going to the gym, man. We going to the gym.
Okay,
that's the most important thing. So, but nah, man, I had a great time, and I just had to come to the realization, like, man, you not here for that. You know, like, you here to, you know, set yourself up and do what you gotta do to, you know, get up out of here. So.
Exactly.
That's when I started getting more involved with like the Nesby and the Afro M's and all of that. So
exactly. Then you became like the first.
Yeah, first Mr. Black OSU.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, how did that happen?
Man, that was super dope, man.
It was.
Yeah, that was towards the I think that was like my senior year or whatever. And so how that ended up happening is they had been doing Mrs. Black OSU since like 1973, but they never did.
And y'all felt the way?
Yeah, no, they reached out to me. They was like, you know, we want to, you know, bring the guys in on this or whatever and do like a Mr. Black OSU. And they was like, I mean, we think you should do it. And I'm like, man, I ain't never did no pageant. I don't know what y'all, like, I don't know what it consists of. You feel me? So I'm like, I'm like, how you do that? So I had a pageant coach or whatever. Yeah. They taught me how to
for real?
Yeah.
Like took it serious.
Yeah. Like they told me, they was like, cause we had a little routine and stuff. We had little speeches and everything. So I'm like, oh, this is serious. So after I seen how serious they was taking it, I had to step up and get serious about that as well. So
then you won it.
I won it. I ended up winning.
Yeah.
Which that was crazy. I'm like, damn, I actually won this joint. And so I ended up winning that. I was the first one to win it or whatever. And so that was dope, man. It was, and then my talent in that pageant, because I think I did that pageant around the same time I started DJing for real.
Okay.
And so
for real,
so
like when did you pick up the ones and twos then?
So that's
like, if you doing all this, man, like when you pick it up?
Man, so that's a whole I picked it up my sophomore year in Jones, and I started. Everybody that know me knows, like I started DJing on a cell phone.
Okay.
Or whatever.
Damn,
so yeah, real? Straight up, bro. I downloaded this.
Like going to the next song or mixing too.
Nah, mixing. So I downloaded this app, bro. It was called DJAY. It still exists. Like you can still go get it.
For real?
$2 app, bro.
Damn.
I downloaded that joint because like I said, like back in the day I was messing around with a lot of music and I always keep a lot of music.
Right.
Or whatever. So I downloaded this app.
So you was the music guy at the parties.
Oh, for sure.
Right.
Like even before I was DJing, I had the aux. Like for sure. Like yeah, you can you in good hands, you know. So yeah, so even then, man, so I downloaded this app and I used to sit in my room. I had these computer speakers and I would plug them up into my phone and I'd be practicing mixes on this app. But I was nice at it. Like I was actually putting together like some real mixes that sounded good. And so I'd be in there, I'd do something, I'd go knock on the roommate's door like, hey, yo, listen to this. I'm like, what you think? You're like, man, that's actually fire. And so it got to the point where I kept making these mixes and I'd be on campus, I'd just be stopping people like, yo, put this headphone in, let me know what you think. They'll put it in and they'll be like, yo, like, nah, you really got something.
For real?
Nah, for real, bro. Like,
you will stop people on campus
stopping people, bro. In the union, bro. I'm just in there like, yo.
Union deep, too.
Yeah, deep. I'm going to every table. Hey, put this headphone in. Let me know what you think about this. And they checking it out. It's riding. I'm like, dang, that's when I first made that. I made that Michael Jackson mix on the cell phone.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, that was one of the first ones I made.
Man.
And I had brought that acapella in, and I brought that all gold everything in, and I was letting them hear it, and they was like, this might be the greatest thing we done heard. so I was like, bet. So it went from that to, we were still throwing parties, like little house parties. Every time we throw a house party, I would plug in my cell phone and DJ it or whatever and like actually rock it off the phone.
Man, I don't know how you did that,
bruh.
So
I don't even like looking back. I don't even know if I could do it again because now I'm so used to the real, turntables. But I was really like mixing and blending. I'm talking
about all the people and we young.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Drinking and shit.
Man, it was prime time. It was for real. Like I literally remember I used to set me up in the corner. Give me a little chair next to the speaker. I'll pull up with the phone.
Bro, off the
phone and go. We talking hours too. 2-3 hours off the phone, bro. Like, and was really lit. And so, word kind of got around and it got to the point where I actually started doing events on campus. So I like DJ'd the Miss Black OSU pageant before I ran for it. I DJ'd it off the cell phone. God, and now at that point we talking, the little theater they had it in full of people. And I'm rocking.
And they
off the phone. And they loving it, man. And so I got paid for that. And it, I did a couple of more events. And it got to the point where I was getting, they was trying to pay me. I was getting paid to DJ.
Right.
And I would have to tell people like, I ain't got no equipment. Like I'm just coming with my cell phone. All I need is an aux cord. It's like, nah, we heard you, man. We don't care. Just come.
Yeah, just come.
Yeah. And I'm like, I start feeling bad because like at that point, like they paying me probably like $150, $200, whatever. But I only paid $2 for this app.
Exactly.
And I'm like, I'm starting to make money. And so I'm like, dang. And so from there, I kind of.
When did you get the ones and twos though?
Like, so that's kind of what led into it because I started feeling bad. I'm like, man, I can't keep doing this on the phone if I actually want to, make it big. I'm gonna have to really get some real equipment. And so at that point, I kind of stopped. I started turning down gigs or whatever because I'm like, no, I'm good. I ain't trying to do that on my phone. Like I ain't trying to be, the one that's just rocking on the cell phone. So I was like, let me stop. And then my grandma, man, she went half with me.
Okay.
Yeah, man, and brought me my first set of turntables.
Shout out to Graham.
Man, for real, I gotta pay her back.
Yeah. So real. What, you already had the laptop from school?
Nah, I bought all that.
Oh,
I went to the pawn shop.
Right. Okay.
Got me So when she had bought me the turntables, cause
so she seen you on the phone then.
I would tell her. She did. She still. I told her. I'm like, man, grandma, like I'm trying to get some turntables, man. Like I'm really DJing, and I got an ear for it. Like I sound pretty good. Yeah. I think this is something I should kind of move forward with. And grandmas, she wasn't really believing or whatever, but she was like, here, take it, do your thing.
Right.
She gave me that. I went and bought them tables, and then I found a laptop, an old laptop at a pawn shop for like $200-$300. Went and bought that And then I'm a heavy researcher. So when I want to do something, I always, I go to YouTube, Google. I'll spend hours looking everything up.
Right.
So by the time I get
Preparing
the equipment,
yourself.
like by the time I even get it, I probably know exactly how to work it because I didn't put in so many hours just looking it up and where to get and what kind of computer, what kind of turntables and everything like that. Exactly. And so, I ended up getting everything. I got my laptop. I got my my turntables, the cords, the microphone, and everything like that.
Yeah.
And then I just locked myself in the room and went crazy practicing.
Real?
Yeah, but it was different. I did not.
Different.
Yeah.
Shit, it was bigger.
Yeah, I'm like, it's a bunch of knobs. It can be intimidating if you like.
Way intimidating.
Yeah.
Because I'm still like trying to get my mixes to transition right. You know what I'm saying? Like it's man.
Yeah, no, it's a lot. But it's really it's simple. It's really simple, but it's a lot with the knobs and trying to scratch, especially if you're trying to scratch.
Like, yeah.
And then
scratching, I damn sure can.
Yeah. So like I knew I wanted to be like one of them type of DJs.
So you taught yourself how to scratch?
Oh, for sure.
And so you self-taught.
Yeah, absolutely. But I will say, man, I always tell this story. So when I first started DJing, I had when I first realized I wanted to DJ, I had reached out to Dre Songs.
Okay.
And he was like, "Hey man, pull up to the crib." So I was staying in Stillwater and he was staying out here in Edmond when he was going to UCO. And so I pulled up on him. This is after I got my tables. I was like, "Man, I'm trying to learn, And he was like, "Man, just pull up on me. I'll give you a couple of lessons or whatever." So I pulled up to Dre Song's house and he just let me practice on his tables. They was over there just playing the game.
Okay.
And I was just in there for like an hour and a half just trying to mix on the actual tables. And it was hard. I was doing terrible.
Okay, yeah.
Terrible. I left that night like, man, nah, I probably can't be no DJ, dog.
Damn,
I just went in there and butchered it. Nothing. But he was like, "Nah, bro, like, take your time, do your thing. You did one mix that sounded good, because before I left, I was like, man, I got to at least get like one transition right or whatever. And so I was working, got that right, left his house, went back to Stillwater and just kept going, man, kept practicing.
And Stillwater, you was practicing?
Yeah, every day.
Oh, okay.
Every day.
Damn.
Every day. For real. Like.
So did you rock out any
like during that time, like parties and stuff?
Yeah.
So let's say I got my tables in September.
Oh, your senior year?
Yeah.
That's crazy. You went all that time. Yeah. Your senior year, you became a
fact. So I started DJing on my phone like sophomore year.
Right.
Stopped. A lot of time passed, and then got back on when I got my tables, and then picked it back up my senior year. Yeah. And so I got them September, and I practiced, and then my first official party was homecoming. It was Halloween. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Damn.
Yeah. So I ended up. Of course, I was throwing the party, so I was like, man, I'm gonna do this one.
Right.
And me and Ken, Your American Dream.
Yeah.
And so, man, I went.
How'd it go?
I turned up. By that time, man, a lot of you know, man, I was practicing so much, man. By that time, man, I was nice. I was good enough. Like if I could, I couldn't scratch or nothing like that at all. Like, well, I could scratch a little bit, but I could blend music really well.
Exactly, and that's what you good at.
Yeah, so like
that's what you good at.
I had that ear, and so if I knew that I could blend, and I knew what to play.
Okay,
and so from that, man, I turned up. That party was amazing. It was dope.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Man, so when did you go viral then?
Man, so that Michael Jackson mix, man, that was my first ever wedding that I had did.
Damn, it was?
Yeah, that was I never envisioned like DJing weddings. That wasn't on the vision board. I wasn't like, man, I'm gonna do these weddings or whatever. But
I did a wedding before, you know what I'm saying? But I did effects. Like I transitioned with the effects.
With the horns and everything.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That little but what's that effect?
You can sync it up, and then you fade it out where it sounds like it's outdoors or muttered or something like that. Yeah,
I did it though.
It get the job done. It get the job done. I ain't gonna hold you. Hey man, did they enjoy themselves?
Hell yeah, they did, man. We was in Cabo, and they didn't trust the Mexican DJ out there.
Yeah, nah.
So they wanted the friend, you know what I'm saying? So
you stepped up, did your thing. Come on, man, you already international. What you mean? You just starting? You done did more than I done did so far. Like, you international.
Man, stop, Fresh, man.
No, man. But no, so I did that mix. So I got that gig. A couple of my classmates that had graduated from OSU.
Okay.
And they saw me starting to DJ and starting to grow or whatever. And they was like, man, come do our wedding.
Right.
I was like, whoa, I ain't never did no wedding.
You already in the networking. You know what I'm saying? Like the OSU... Man, it's like a big ass network too, though.
Big facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Big facts. OSU is a button you can press for sure.
Right.
Like OSU didn't produce some dope individuals that went on to do dope things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you can definitely stay tapped in or whatever. But so yeah, they was like, man, we want you to do our wedding. I'm like, that was kind of big for me at the time. I'm like, I ain't never did no wedding. I know weddings are super serious. I ain't trying to mess up y'all's day. Right. They was like, nah, man, we just want to have a good time. We heard you DJ before.
Yeah.
I was like, bet.
Right.
I'll come do it. So I remind you, I had a lot of majority of my like core supporters, they came from them cell phone days.
Okay, yeah.
Or whatever. And so when I was DJing on that cell phone, a lot of them like saw it then. Mm-hmm. And so when I started DJing again, my senior year with the actual turntables, they was already on board.
Right.
Or whatever, because I had already did that Michael Jackson mix and all that. And when I got to that wedding, they was waiting on it because it was like an OSU thing. Like if you knew me, you knew about that mix or whatever. And so I started DJing.
Nice.
Yeah, so like I started, doing my thing. I was rocking. That wedding was turned up.
Man, it was turned
up, man.
Yeah.
To this day, that's top 5 for sure. Yeah. And I done did quite a few now, but
but you was going crazy though.
Yeah. By then, man, I had my confidence up.
Okay.
Yeah. So by then, I was ready.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So I was just any gig to come my way, I'm excited.
Right.
I don't care what it is, like whatever. Like I'm just trying to come rock. Exactly. And so I ended up getting that wedding, and so it was dope. And I told him.
What did it do for you? What'd you tell him?
I had told him like, so I'm rocking or whatever, but I let them know like, all right, I'm about to do this mix or whatever. So everybody naturally started pulling out their phones and cameras and all that because they was like, because they like, yeah, nah, this mix hard.
Okay,
like, this is one of them. So I started going into it, and everybody was on stage. Everybody you saw behind me, they already knew what was coming or whatever, and brought it in and dropped it. Man. I didn't know they recorded. I mean, I've been having that video, and I just, I posted it. It was like, man, this is dope. Like, this is cool mix or whatever.
Right.
And then everybody else thought so too.
It took off.
So yeah, it took off, man. And from that video, I ended up getting more contacts about weddings.
Okay, right.
Or whatever. And so that's kind of how the ball got to rolling on the wedding video. That's what I was
going to ask you. Like, did that start like the career of DJ T Fresh?
Yeah,
in that video.
Yeah, that for sure. Like I would say that wedding was a huge part in like the start because that was I had graduated. I wasn't at OSU at that time.
Oh, okay.
So like because I started DJing my senior year in 2016.
Yeah,
and they got married in 2017. So I had just moved to Houston or whatever, and so me coming back up to Tulsa to do that wedding, it gave me the gas, and then everybody that was there was like, man, we got to get you back. I got another wedding from that wedding,
exactly.
And then that's pretty much how I just kept going. Like every wedding I would do, I would get like people that was there like, nah, we gotta have you do ours too. It just kept going, man. So that's how that kicked off, man. So
why Houston though?
Man, I actually got when I graduated, I was applying for different jobs or whatever. Okay. I wanted to go to Dallas personally.
Did?
Like, I really thought like Dallas was the place for me. It was down the street. Like I said, I knew so many people in Dallas or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, man, I really want to get to Dallas. And so I applied for like hella jobs out there. I applied for a couple of jobs in the city. And I only applied for like one job in Houston or whatever.
Okay.
And I was interviewing, and the interviews, they would go well, but they wasn't picking me up. And then they called me. This company out there in Houston was like, man, we want to bring you out here, interview you. And shoot, that's all they wrote. I went out there, it went good. And then they hired me. I graduated that May and moved to Houston in July.
What year?
2017.
Okay, damn, man. So it's been 4 years.
Yeah, it's been 4 years for sure. My 4-year anniversary at my job was about in July.
Okay, already.
So
yeah, man,
it's cool.
Damn, man.
That's also funny. My DJing has it got to the point where people don't know I work a real job too.
Okay, right.
Or whatever, and the people at work don't know.
See, I didn't know that you worked a real job. Really.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm you all over.
Man, right. And the people at my so I'm a project engineer.
Okay.
Out there in Houston or whatever, and so.
So you is smart than a motherfucker.
Nah, man. I'm applied, man. Man. I don't believe it's smartness, man. I believe it's preparation.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want to do. Yeah. Like I know for sure I'm not like a brainiac, but I got a mindset of if I want to do something, I'm gonna just prepare myself, because the only, failure comes when you don't, prepare. Right. If you're not prepared to do what you got to do. Like that's tests. That's gigs. If I don't prepare to, DJ right, I'm gonna be a bad,
Oh yeah.
Or whatever. So it's like, man, I just, try to position myself.
Oh yeah.
Or whatever. And so
that's good.
Yeah, even at work, man, it's tough, man. I
like still
they
don't know that you a DJ
they
at work.
No idea.
For real?
No idea.
Yeah, man. Well, don't let them know.
Never. No, because they gonna get for sure. Like for sure. They be like, "What you do this weekend?" Right. Man, chill. I do. It was boring.
I'm telling
you.
Every time I worked the job, I would not tell them that I was in Miami.
Nah,
you can't tell them that you living like that.
Nah, because they want you beneath them. They want you, like we control you. You feel me? Like, nah, you can only do what we let you do.
Right.
So it's like
not knowing that this gig was just the same paycheck that you just got. And shit,
blowing them out the water.
Fresh and smart, man.
Blowing them out the water right now, man.
Nah, man. But how is Houston life though?
Man, Houston is amazing, man. Like,
yeah, I know you love it.
Man, I love it. Yeah, for real. So like,
yeah, but it's okay. Like, Houston is kind of like the city, but it's just way, way bigger. You know what I'm saying? Because they country too out there.
Very. And that's one thing that caught me by surprise when I got there, is going through these little neighborhoods, and it was like, I was like,
horses and shit.
I like, this look like Spencer.
You're right.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, Houston country. I mean, they have a huge rodeo that they believe in with their heart, and everybody goes. So it's country. I love it, but it's just big, man. How's the
day-to-day life, dog?
For me, man, when I first got there, man, I was going out, a lot, but I didn't cooled out now. But the beautiful thing about Houston is like, it's something every day.
Okay.
Monday to Monday.
Right.
Like you can go find it. Right. And then it's like, it's other.
Yeah, man. Man, but that's what I tell people though, you know what I'm saying? Like the city is just now having events like every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like in the Houston or Dallas, like there's people with money.
There you go.
And there's people with all type of stuff. Man, they want to be entertained every day.
And they got the time to do so. Like there's a lot of people in Houston that ain't, they don't have to be behind a desk all day or nothing like that. They getting off at 1, 2. Right. They can go have a happy hour and enjoy themselves.
So you see the difference.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I definitely noticed that. Like even when my family and stuff come down to visit me, every time they come down, they're like, "Dang, don't nobody work." I'm like, "No, man, they work, but it's different, man. When you can go enjoy yourself. You ain't."
Yeah, but then there's there's the sports teams too, though. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like y'all got all the sports teams, man. So there's ballers everywhere, though. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. It's a lot of money going around, and you gonna see them.
Right.
Like that's one thing about Houston. It ain't no small city, so like you're going to see the sports players. Like, you're going to see when James Harden was there, you're going to run into him often. PJ Tucker.
Right, exactly.
All of them guys. Like, you just see them when you out or whatever. And so, but like you say, everybody in Houston probably got some good money or whatever.
Right.
And so, they probably ain't out there just like, oh my gosh, there's such and such, because they probably driving a Bentley too. Yeah.
Right, exactly. So exactly. Like somebody normal is driving a Bentley.
No, for sure. I mean, I drive. One thing I like to do in my spare time out there, bro, is just drive through these neighborhoods with these estates.
You be in Sugar Land and shit? Yeah.
You get it, man. Sugar Land, Sienna Plantation.
What, you be manifesting?
Yeah, for real, bro. I like to drive through these neighborhoods that you gotta wait till somebody to pull out to get in and just go look, man, and just let yourself see it. I feel like you gotta see it to believe it and to grasp it or whatever. It's just all a part of a manifestation. So
like you got to see that big ass house.
You got to know it's real.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to know really real.
It's like that. Somebody living there.
Man, somebody's living there.
For real, bro. That's what I tell myself. I drive through. I'm like, somebody living here.
Right.
And they ain't create oxygen or nothing like that. They probably did something real. They did something regular, but they got it.
Exactly.
So it's like, fam, get it.
Oh God, you gonna get it, bro.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. You gotta believe that.
Yeah, man, but how is DJ Fresh, man, on the road so much?
Man.
Like your schedule.
Man.
Like how did that become about? You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of DJs, but they local too though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But DJ Fresh is out there with it.
Nah, for real. And that's man, that came about, man, from one, exposure, you know, and not being afraid too. When I first started traveling, man, I probably wasn't doing it right. I know I wasn't charging what I should have charged.
Okay.
I was just trying to, you know, get myself out there.
Okay, yeah.
But I believed that my product, which is me DJing, I believed in that so much that I'm like, man, all I gotta do is get in front of the right people, and the work going, you know, it's gonna sell itself or whatever. And so it pretty much started, man, just going out to these places, and I do one thing out there, but everybody that was at the event, then like they're like, nah, this dude different. We gotta get him back. And then I just from there. And
so you got cards on you?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna keep a stack of cards. I'm a network. Hey, if I don't do nothing else, I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna tell you who I am or whatever. Let you know. You know.
I ain't scared.
Nah, for sure. Because I mean, like I say, man, if you believe in yourself, man, and if you know you got a good product, man, you want to share it. You know, you want people to hear it. You want, you know, people to experience it. So I'm like, yeah,
man, but your work schedule too, though. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I
like how you do it.
Man, I'm still trying to answer that.
Right, exactly.
I honestly don't know. Like, it'd be times where I sit down and really look like, yo, I really got off work and went to Florida this weekend and went to North. Like, I be like going.
Like, that's why we don't think that you work. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll drop their tour list. I'm like, okay, well, shit.
That's it. Yeah. No, man. I like, man, like, and God, you know, I feel like definitely God has blessed me to have this position at this job that allowed me to.
So you got a church home in Houston?
Yeah, for sure. Okay. I found that right when I got out there. My pastor here, I used to go to the Net Church, and he like referred me to another church out there that he knew called the Lighthouse or whatever. So when I got out there, I instantly started going there. It was dope. It's far. It's far from the crib, but it's good.
Yeah, man, but that's Texas though.
Oh yeah, everything far. Everything an hour or whatever. So now I found me a church home, man, and that's what did it. You know, just stay grounded or whatever, and got down through there. But just having an opportunity at my job, I'm in a position now where I have a little more freedom. Okay, so I ain't got I ain't got nobody just kind of looking over my shoulder every day. Yeah. So as long as I get it done, you know, that means you got to get it done now. Like if you got a job like that, you got to do your job. But, you know, as long as I get it done, I'm able to hit the highway, you know, Friday or whatever, or hit the airport or whatever. And so.
How was the DJing in the Galleria?
Man, that was super dope, man. And I was DJing, and that was at Trader Truth store.
Oh, it was? Man, like, how was that? Like, was they feeling you?
Oh, my, for sure.
Man, you bringing in that H-Town shit for them?
Absolutely, man. So, I got that Trader Truth. He had threw a mixer out there in Houston for all the DJs.
Okay.
He a solid dude, man. Like, you can tell.
Truth is the truth.
Yeah, you can tell, man. Like, he a solid dude. And so, he threw that. I went there, and he was just chopping it up with us. You know, he had a single he was about to start pushing, but besides that, like, we barely talked about the single. Like, he was just talking to us, whatever. And then after the event, he sat around and chopped it up some more. He did a drop for me and everything. Okay. And then everybody, they took like all our numbers or whatever. And then I just got a text and was like, yo, like, we want you to spend at Trey's store or whatever. And I was like, bet. Yeah, for sure, I'll do that. And so the event itself was super dope, man. The Galleria was super popping that day. It was full. So I was getting a lot of people just coming in just from walking by, like, yo, somebody in there jamming, like, let's go see what it's talking about or whatever. And so, that's a dope opportunity. definitely plan on getting back in there as well. Yeah, that door is still open. So
man,
yeah, we good
already.
For sure.
Yeah, man. I see you got the hoodie on, man. The exclusive, man.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah,
I ain't seen this one before.
Man.
Come on, man. This is that 328i.
Yeah.
Cash only collab by my man's Grand National, which is who I DJ for. So
okay,
you know, I gotta be the ambassador for the brand or whatever.
Man, like you came through like with the project, man, but it didn't have no sound, man. But then you popped up. Yeah, man. I said, okay, man, looking fresh.
Hey, man, I'm trying to take this acting thing serious too.
For real?
Next time I come back here, man, I'm gonna have a role somewhere. I'm telling you, man.
Nah, for real, man.
Yeah, you know, I feel like acting is something else I want to explore.
Oh, for real?
Just to see what it hit for.
Man,
for sure.
Nah, man, like how you prepare yourself and how serious like you take your stuff, man. I can see it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because you can read a script and act that.
Get into that zone, and then just like just like Ronnie, man. Like I grew up watching. Movies, man. We grew up watching just movies on top of movies on top of movies, man. So to this day, man, that's how I relax, man. I love going to the movies, man. Just chilling, watching something new or whatever. And like now I kind of watch movies a little differently because like I get to see like, dang, they really had to get into that character and like really play that, you know, and like get there mentally or whatever. And so, yeah, man, I think that's something that I definitely want to.
How serious was he taking it?
What the role I had?
No, Grand. How serious was he taking it out there?
Oh, he a monster, man.
I'm telling you.
He a monster. I don't know if everybody know, man. That dude.
I'm telling you.
That's my first cousin or whatever.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's my first cousin, man.
Yeah, that's
his daddy and my daddy is brothers, man.
Okay,
so, yeah, so
some creators.
Yeah, right. That's also funny. People don't be knowing that though. That like we first cousins because they probably just be thinking I'm his DJ, he the rapper or whatever. We got our own things, but no, that's my first cousin.
Yeah, man. But Grand be taking it serious.
Nah, that dude's a monster, man. You like that film y'all about to see, 328i, that was shot in 3 days.
Yeah,
and
the cameras on it. It's crazy.
Legit, the lighting, the cameras, the script,
the
story, the plot, the music. Man, as y'all seen, we dropped the trailers out now, and they let you know like that's the real deal. I guarantee you, first thing people gonna say when they see it is, "Oh, this look like a real movie."
Right.
It is a real movie. That's we ain't doing nothing short
this was
of
made
it.
in Oklahoma.
Yeah,
shit,
yeah. You already know.
Right.
Wait, y'all shot this in Oklahoma?
Yeah,
yeah, we did. That's crazy, right?
Exactly.
So nah, man. I definitely gotta rock the 328i drip, man. That's about to hit the streets. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he got an eye for that, man. So
yeah, man, you got Homecoming tonight.
Yeah.
You gonna rock
Showtime.
Out? Yeah,
come on, man. Showtime,
man. Like, come on, man. Like, what you got cooked up, man?
Man, so tonight, man.
You ain't got that Drake TSU on there though.
Come on, man.
Okay.
That's just in the system, man. So listen, I'm gonna be honest, man. Normally, I don't ever prepare sets, bro.
Oh, you don't?
Never.
What you mean? Like you just freestyle
every time?
Just off the vibe of the crowd?
Off the vibe, bro. Okay, like, of course, I got my... Only thing I pick is what I'm going to start with.
Okay.
I pick my first song.
Yeah.
And from there, I just go.
Okay, right.
So I never... But tonight...
Okay,
I put together a set.
Okay, yeah. Well, take them back.
Yeah. Okay. So when I say put together a set, I ain't got it structured. I'm gonna play this, and this, but I just put everything in a folder that I want to use, and I'm gonna pull from that folder. But tonight we going on a journey, man. I'm taking them back.
Yeah.
You know, we at Saints, but we ain't at Saints tonight, man. We gonna be at Tumbleweeds, White Barn.
Right.
And I'm gonna paint that picture for him or whatever.
Tumbleweed. They didn't want us in there, man.
I know, right? We got in there my freshman year. And they ain't let us back in there until I left.
Man.
Like, it was not messing with us.
That White Barn was so hard for us to get in there.
Yeah.
Shit.
I don't know how we swung that.
Now, look, like, right before y'all came, we stayed in White Barn, so that's how we got the White Barn Connect. And then they seen how much money they can make off niggas, so they just kept on passing it to the popular people to bring in the money.
Yeah.
Then y'all just took it to a whole nother level, bro. Y'all had the whole fucking state out there. It's like, no, y'all can't fit.
Every time.
Y'all can't fit.
Bro, we would throw these parties.
We only had Langston.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and Langston rocked with us tough. Okay. But then we had the town and we had the city.
Right.
Or whatever. Like that was one thing my class did do.
All colleges.
Yeah, right. For sure. Every time. Like when we post something that it's a Steely party, man, the other colleges are pulling up because they know what it's talking about. Like they like, all right.
Right.
This is like an island out there, man. We gonna go out there, find somewhere to stay, you know, just figure it out as you go. But nah, man, White Barn. We had White Barn, we had Quality Inn, we had Moose Lodge. Yeah. But I put all that on Hill.
Okay.
Yeah, he was the one that was able to, you know, he in law school now doing his thing. So he always had that way to kind of, you know, get him to work with us or whatever. And so yeah, he opened them doors and we kept them open, kept it going.
So tonight, like, you taking them back to that?
We going back tonight, man. Hey, when I DJ, that's what I do, man. I like to take people on a journey, man. Like, because I feel like music, what make music is so dope is that it's tied to like memories. Like songs have the power to be like, when it come on, you can be like, damn, I remember I was talking to such and such. I was doing this. I was in this grade or whatever. And so that's why I love DJing, because I like to, you know, you could be having the roughest day of your life. And I feel like if you come in and I'm spinning and I take you on that journey and that vibe, I've had people come tell me like, dog, man, I was having a terrible day.
Right, you took my mind.
Man, I'm in a great mood now. Like you gave me the opportunity to just, you know, feel free or whatever. And so, but tonight, tonight, for real, we taking it back, man. A whole bunch of, you know, the Dougies and Mr. Hit That, the Flexes. I'm getting that bag tonight, man.
Okay.
I think how I'm gonna do it, man. I'm gonna start off in like, you know, that era, and then I'm gonna work my way up into the current joint. So you probably gonna end the night on the bangers, you know, all that. So, but
then you still be DJing out in OSU though too.
Oh yeah, for sure. So
you know what I'm saying? Would you be flying back?
Yeah. So when I DJ at OSU, man, I mean, they just take care of it or whatever. It just depends on what the event is or whatever. But yeah, man, they nice. They bring me out here, let me rock out.
Yeah.
Whatever, and it's just different, man. I appreciate it, you know. I still owe them a little money, I think.
Nah, man, you get in the age, man.
Yeah, man.
You good, man.
Yeah, so they show love, man. That's why I always show love, man. OSU is man, that was where I actually got to kind of grow into my own or whatever, and so I appreciate, for sure. Right. I always appreciate OSU, man.
Nah, man, I appreciate you pulling up on me, T-Fresh, man.
I had to do this,
you know
man.
What I'm saying? 'Cause I know your schedule is so hectic, man.
Yeah, it is, man. We've been trying to do this for a while, man.
Yeah, man, I've been hitting you.
Yeah, every time, like, man,
I can't fit you.
Man, I'm trying.
I don't be hating though, you know what I'm saying? Because I know that my guests, man, like, y'all are hard character people, and so I know that y'all moving around,
moving and shake. I told you that. I was like, man, I don't care if I got to come up here just to do this. Like, I'm gonna make a trip out of it,
man. And I appreciate it.
Yeah, and we finally got it in, so I'm coming back for sure.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna come back soon.
So you got anything planned over the holidays?
So the rest of this year, I probably I know I got another wedding.
Okay, you got another wedding.
Yeah, next week.
Okay, yeah. Keep a wedding in the bag.
Keep one in the tuck or whatever. And so actually, you know, I got a couple events. I think December is pretty open. I know I got one like the first week of December.
Oh, okay.
But I plan on using December to like get some rest, to like chill, man.
Take off.
Yeah, because 2022.
Yeah, okay.
It's crazy.
Okay, for real.
I'm booked. I lie to you not. I'm booked every weekend in 2022 from January to the middle of May.
Damn.
Yeah.
Man, that's a blessing.
And we going places again too. Yeah.
So you gonna drop the schedule on us?
I'm gonna drop the schedule here soon. This ain't even the weddings.
Okay, right.
This is something different. This is I don't know if you saw, I started DJing for this football league.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I started DJing this year for this traveling football league. It's like a 7-on-7 league for like the high schoolers, but like the ones in this league are like top recruits.
Oh, okay.
And so at all of our tournaments, we always got like 16 scouts, like big scouts, like OU, Texas, and Baylor and all that. And so it's a 7-on-7 league. We go to different cities and host these tournaments, and every tournament has 2,500, 3,000 people in there, about 100 teams or whatever. And so that's what I got that going on next year as well. I started that this year, and I did like 5 of them. But they love my work, so they was like, man, we gonna bring you on full next year. So so we got that, and then we got them weddings going on. Whole bunch of moving and shaking. And then you got my wedding going on.
Man. Well, congratulations on
sure.
that.
Appreciate that.
Man, so when is that then?
Man, that's in August.
Oh, that's in August.
Yeah, that's August. Yeah, so I didn't already.
Seen that you said that you what you gonna DJ too? You said,
man, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a little surprise. I don't know, man. Cause who I'm gonna get?
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like who you trust?
Man, Jazzy Joe.
Okay.
You think he'll come? I'm gonna try to get him. He might come.
Legend.
For sure. I'm gonna try to get him. Nah, I got my homeboy out of Dallas. DJ does it all. Taking care of it. So that boy nice. I don't know if you seen. I'm gonna have to send you some of his stuff. He one of the DJs that make me go like, ooh, you know, like that's pretty much how I kind of judge, like not judge, but that's like if you a DJ and you make me be like, oh man, this dude different, like he one of them. So he gonna take care of it, man. So I'm in good hands with that.
Man.
So
man. So you gonna run it up to August then?
And then after that, I'm booked right after that. And the rest,
booked up to all the way to 23 then.
For real? You playing? I got a wedding in 2023 in Phoenix. So I am. So it's getting there, man. It's a blessing, but
keep doing your thing, bro.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you pulling up on me, man, because I knew that your blends was different. And now that I know your story was different, because your story is not the typical.
Nah, man.
I came up under this DJ, and this DJ put me on. Like, your shit is way different. You in your own lane.
Yeah, for sure. And that's before I leave, like, that's one thing that I did want to say. Like, that's kind of part of what I want to showcase. With like what I'm doing is that it's more than one way. Like a lot of young DJs, because at this point I do get like DJs reaching out or whatever for like advice. So I'm gonna drop them a gem on here. Like a lot of them think that it's just one way. Like, man, I gotta do this and then I gotta get to the clubs. But I want them to know that it's so much more. Of course, do the clubs. Like I'm a body a club every time, but it's so many different revenues out here that can open up different doors. Like as you can see, I'm doing a lot of traveling and all that, which is like I prefer that. I'm doing that or whatever. But you don't just have to go, the straight, to the club or whatever. You can get on with some of these corporations. You can get on with Nike. You can get on with AT&T or stuff like that as a DJ, and you're doing what you love, and you can you just make it what you want to make it. Like you don't have to kind of just have this one way of doing things. It's a lot of money.
You start the typical way that people do.
Man, just
you can find your own way.
Your own niche, man. Shape it how you make it look how you want it to look, man. Because
do free gigs and shit like that.
Whatever you feel comfortable with. Like if you like that and you need, I'm always gonna recommend that you get paid whatever you feel like you worth or whatever. But if you see the opportunity in it, just don't let them sell it to you like that. Like don't let them approach you on we not. I mean, if you feel do what you think is right. But at the end of the day, man, just it's a lot of different ways out here to come up as a. We're talking about DJing, so as a DJ, man, it's a lot of different ways out here to come up and leave your mark. And if you nice, man, you nice. It's gonna find you.
Exactly, man. For sure. Keep working.
Absolutely. You got to.
Yeah, man. I appreciate it, man. Like, tell the people how they can reach you.
Man, they can find me on all social media. The DJ T Fresh.
Yeah.
THE DJ T Fresh. Instagram, Twitter. I'm new to TikTok, but TikTok is going crazy right now. So y'all tap in on that as well, and we gonna keep putting out content, man. That's one thing I'm focused on, man. I'm gonna keep giving y'all more mixes because I got a couple of them that I ain't did yet. So
for sure,
I got y'all.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you pulling up on me, man.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you having me, man. Yeah, this is legendary.
Yeah, man. Like you way more than a DJ.
For sure.
What I'm saying,
yeah, believe that.
Yeah, man. You way more than a DJ,
for
man.
Sure.
Man, take that acting shit serious too, man.
I'm telling you, man. Next time I come here, man.
Yeah.
Hopefully we gonna be talking about some acting stuff too, man. So we'll see.
Man, I appreciate it though, bro.
Absolutely, bro.
Shout out to Brandy Podcast, man. That's 205, man, with DJ T Fresh.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, man.